Hi Taurus, how's it going? Welcome to my channel, Universal Intuition. My name is Jacqueline. Thank you all so much for being here. Today's video is going to be your mid-December 2019 general reading. Again, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I hope you're all doing super well. As we always do, Taurus, at the end of this, I do your love reading as the extended. It's the first link in the description box below. And if you're new, hello and welcome. What we do in the love readings is we use the Crystal Vision deck over there. I love using that deck. Y'all love it. And we check in on the other person in the love reading and see how they're really truly feeling about you right now, Taurus. What is that person's long-term intentions for you? We look at y'all's mutual energy. What are y'all experiencing together? And of course, we look at the potential outcome for the two of you in this connection. Where is it really going? So again, if you're interested or want to join the love reading, it's the first link in the description box below. My Instagram is also there. I would love for y'all to come follow, come say hello. I love connecting with you all. All right, Taurus, so let's get into this. Again, this is your general reading. Anything can come up here for mid-December. Career, personal stuff, love stuff could come up. You know, whatever that means, family stuff, anything goes really. Today I'm using the Good Tarot. And also what I've been doing for the other signs, which I will continue to do for the rest of the signs for the mid-months, is not only are we checking into seeing what's going on here at the middle of December, as we always do, but we're going to also look at what we can release and let go of for you, Taurus, from this entire year of 2019. And on the bigger scale, we're also going to pull a couple of cards for what you can release and let go of from this entire decade. Because not only are we moving into 2020 very shortly, but we're moving into a whole other realm, a whole other decade. So I want to get some messages out of what lessons you've learned, what can you release at this time, again, not only from this year, but from the last 10 years, so that you really can transition and move forward in 2020 and beyond with a clean slate, feeling good, so that you can accept and take on all the beautiful blessings, miracles, and abundance that are coming your way. Okay? So let's get into this. As always, I just want to say thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, all of it. I really, truly appreciate you, Taurus. Y'all are a huge, huge part of my channel, and I just am forever grateful. All right, let's get into this. Again, this is your mid-December reading. Spirit, what messages do we have for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what is the most important message that we have at this time, mid-December, for Taurus? Thank you, Spirit. What can Taurus release for 2019? Thank you, Spirit. And what can Taurus release for the entire decade? 3 more shuffles and then we'll get into it. Thank you, Spirit. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general reading. And last one. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords. It usually is a card of heavy mental energy, but I feel like right now what you're doing is you're releasing a lot. You're releasing a lot of that. Look how she's spreading her wings, whether you're male or female watching. I feel like any of your worries, stresses, anything you've been dealing with lately in the last couple of weeks or last couple of months, anything that's really affected the mental energy, maybe not sleeping right, maybe a little bit of overthinking, and kind of putting yourself in a limited position because of the overthinking, that you are ready now to release that and release those worries and move on from whatever's been troubling you. Beautiful. Right behind that, we have the Justice card. So it looks like karma is on your side right now so that you can release those burdens. Beautiful. All right, let's see what's currently going on with Taurus. Spirit, what is their most important message right now for mid-December? We have a bunch of cards that came out. The first one is the Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands. Okay, then we have the Page of Air, Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. And we also have the Eight of Fire. Okay. I feel a mirroring effect. I feel like a lot of you are mirroring your relationships, mirroring other people's actions, that you're literally acting as a mirror. Whatever someone shows up to you, if they show up to you in a nice way, in a kind way, you're giving that back 110%. I'm feeling that intuitively immediately with this message. And vice versa. If someone is showing up to you at work or a family or whatever, and they come with I'm hearing a cross attitude, boom, you're right there. You're on it. You're sharp. You have a very sharp mind right now. And I feel like you're receiving a lot of clarity because you are, again, releasing all of those burdens, releasing all of that overthinking, stress, worry. You're really letting it go, roll off your shoulders. Breath work has been very important to a lot of you, I feel like. So I feel like you're really in an essence in this energy of escaping your own, your own shadow self, escaping a lot of things that have been bothering you. And I'm seeing that immediately with the Seven of Wands. This is usually a card very traditional in the traditional deck of standing your ground, being in defense mode, which I definitely feel a lot of y'all have been holding your ground for whatever it is, holding your ground in your relationship, holding your ground for something personal that means a lot to you, holding your ground at work, holding your ground in your family values, whatever this is meaning to you. These are general readings, so they're going to be different to each and every one of you, so however this applies. But what I'm seeing here is you really are in a very magical place of rising above. I'm noticing that you're right here at the top of this cliff, and this is not maybe a mountain, this just looks like a small hill or a cliff, so it's like a small battle. I feel like whatever little battles, little fires, there's like little sparks of fire around you, little woes, little worries, little but y'all been able to really mentally and now physically escape from those burdens, and I feel like you've also I feel your inner self, like you're apologizing to yourself and also apologizing to, other people, and releasing burdens is coming in very, very clear here. But this is not only a horse, this is a unicorn. So I feel like you're in a very magical, like special, sacred place right now. You're with your team, you're with your angels, your guides, the universe, God, light, source, creation, whatever resonates with you spiritually. I feel like you really are taking their trust, like you're very optimistic, you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your angels and guides, and you're really like, even though people can still be with the Seven of Wands, this is the energy where people are still giving you their opinions. You should be living your life this way. You should be dating this person. You should be living here. You should be doing all these opinions coming towards you, and it's almost like right now, I saw like those head canceling earphones that are really popular. It's like y'all are getting those and you're just like, I don't even hear that anymore. I don't even hear your chatter because I'm laser being focused on peace. Okay, and again, we have the Page of Swords here, which is beautiful. Look how free she is. Like you're freeing yourself. It's like you have clarity. It's like y'all have received an Ace of Swords moment, which is an epiphany. A light bulb has gone off in your mind, in your energy somewhere. Even could be, I'm hearing in a dream. Maybe you had a dream that gave you a lot of answers and clarification over whatever's been troubling you. And I feel like you're starting all over again. It's like, I'm just hearing the simple life. I just want the simple life. I just care about things being simple, my family, just whatever is simple to you. And I'm getting that from this one little feather that's falling down. She's only focused on the one thing. And to me, when I see feathers, and now I'm seeing a bunch more feathers, but I really am seeing just the one, and I feel like that's very significant, that y'all are just focusing for yourselves on one thing, and that is peace. What is going to bring me peace right now, not only in this time, but to wrap up this year so that you can move on in a positive way. I love this too with the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign. There's a lot of air here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy for a lot of you, male or female. I feel like, but this is you in so many other ways, that you're the wise one. Look at this white owl. It's like your angels, your guides. Owls could have very special significance to you. Some of you also have probably been seeing feathers that are just like randomly out of nowhere, and that is those are messages. Those are yeah, messages from the other side, from your soul family members that have passed away, your ancestors that are in spirit, that dropping you little notes. I'm hearing little notes of confidence, little notes of peace, notes of love. It's like them dropping a feather is a note to you of like, hey, I'm right there beside you. I'm right there beside you. And I feel like for a lot of you, as long as you remember that, and remember how loved and wise and all of that you are truly the Queen of Swords. You truly are at the top of your mental game. But look at how beautiful and at peace she is. She has a beautiful smile. She's very inviting, which is very you, Taurus. You're like, yes, let's talk it out. So I feel like a lot of like conversations, clearing, forgiveness for other people, for yourself, again, to bring resolution and to bring peace, which I really, really love. And again, on an inner self, you know, even because none of us are perfect, and sometimes we have to go back to, you know, the page does represent a younger version of yourself, is what I'm picking up here. So the younger you, whether that was you earlier this year, whether that was you a couple years ago, your inner child, whatever that means, that you also are freeing yourself from burden, from whatever you have maybe held guilt for, held just some kind of space in a very... It's like y'all have been holding on to something, y'all have been holding on to a story that you've been playing over and over and over and over again. And it's been coming up in lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson. And now you're just like, all I want, even if you don't, it's like, even if there's certain people, family members, exes, lovers, whatever, old friends, whoever's really, I'm hearing, betrayed you, or done you wrong in any sort of way, I feel like for a lot of you, Taurus, no, you're not going to physically get an apology from those people, for most of you. And I feel like that a part of that, somewhere in that story, there's been something that you're just angry and I'm going to hang on to it. And I feel like now it's like your divine self is really connecting, saying, you know what? I'm going to release that and let it go. I may never hear from that person again. I may never get that apology that I rightfully deserve, but it is time for me to move on. It's time for you, Taurus. And when I say me, I'm talking about you. It's time for me to really move on from this. Because again, your mental health is so important. If we have positive thoughts, we have positive actions in our life. If we have negative thoughts, well, we're going to attract negativity. So which one do you want? I think you obviously know the answer there. So I'm so proud of you that you have had this epiphany, that you're kind of starting over and away from jumping right to the page, forgiving yourself, boom, and that gives you immediate wisdom to the Queen of Swords. This is big, Taurus. This is huge. Last card here, we have the 8 of Wands, 8 of Fire. And again, we go a huge jump. The 7 right to the 8 of Wands, 8 of Fire. Speaking of messages, they're right here. This is a message. This is a card of communication. Communication from your spirit guides, from the universe, from the entire world, really. These are your thoughts and your intentions that you've sent out into the universe at different times in your life. Spirit, I need this. Hey, I'm thinking about this. I want to go there. I want to do this. I want to be with that person. I see myself over there. Boop, 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 boop. You've been having these thoughts and you project them all the way out into the universe. Well, guess what? They're coming back and you are really enlightened right now. And you're really, really, really supported here by Spirit. You're being carried. You're being lifted to a higher realm, a higher dimension. Again, it's all about peace for you today. You're truly finding your inner peace. And I'm so happy for you. Woo! So that's your message for the mid-month. Beautiful. I just now looked at the bottom of the deck. You'll have the Messenger of Water, which would be the Knight of Cups here. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like now that your mental game, your mental clarity, that peace that we've been talking about is here because you've done the work, Taurus. Very good. Guess what? You're ready to open your heart, or someone's ready to open their heart to you. And right behind that, we have the Lover's card. Okay, card of Gemini. But really, this is about self-love, and it all starts there. For some of you, yes, you could be receiving a love offer, or maybe you, Taurus, are thinking about opening up your heart again to someone around you. So more of that will come out in the love reading, which we'll do right after this. But let's look at 2019, shall we? Let's look at 2019 for Taurus, and let's get a message for Taurus. Spirit, what message do we have for Taurus for 2019? that they can release. I'm hearing what lesson have they learned, and they can release it and release it and let it go. So 2020 can just be, you're ready to go, ready to receive those blessings. Spirit, what can Taurus for the collective release from 2019? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, Two of Water. We have the Three of Air, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is beautiful. So you've really learned your lesson in relationships and your own worth, your own value. I feel like for a lot of you, the heart of the issue here is the Three of Swords. And I'm not surprised to see this here with all of this heavy mental energy that y'all have been experiencing. Why? Because people have broken your heart. People have hurt you. People have said things to you that have really, gotten to you. Three of Swords is also where our heart is hurt and we're in pain and sorrow because we've maybe lost someone in this last year or so to spirit, okay? But what I'm feeling here is with the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups, for a lot of you, you're dealing with the loss of some type of relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, or like a close family member, something like that in the realm of that. Someone that was, look how closely she's holding her hand to her chest. So I feel like whatever this person where y'all once were going in the same direction, y'all are going in different directions. It doesn't mean that you will never come back to this person, but I feel like there's been a lot of heartbreak, okay, this year, and we're ready to let go of that, Taurus, okay? Also, this Three of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles, okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you've kind of gotten in your own way a little bit every now and then, and we all do. This is not just directed towards you. You've gotten in your own way to not understand that you do have the Ten of Pentacles, that you already have, the home, like you're comfortable. Y'all are huge homebody type of people, which I love. Like you very much care about the home, clean, organization. Y'all usually are very, y'all are very intelligent and very smart, Taurus, and that y'all usually have a very, either big family life or have like a good career to where you're usually very, very comfortable, in your home life. So this is very, very good. And I feel like for a lot of you, I'm hearing doubt. You've doubted that. Maybe I don't have everything, but you do. You do. Even though someone may have broken your heart, you still have yourself. You still have your abundance. You still have your home. You still have your job, right? All of that. Okay. So that's what we're letting go for 2019. Woo! Let's look at this whole last decade for Taurus. Spirit, what can Taurus release from this whole last decade? From the past 10 years, what can Taurus release and let go of? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Three of Cups, okay? And bottom of the deck, this totally makes sense. We have the Eight of Cups, okay? Taurus, so for the last decade, I feel like your biggest learning lesson here is people coming back into your life, a sense of reunion here. Three of Cups is beautiful energy in so many ways. It means, hey, let's go celebrate. I found out some good news. I got the job. I'm in a new relationship, whatever. I quit smoking, so let's go celebrate. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. The Three of Cups is usually a very social type of card. But what I'm picking up here is look at how, I hope y'all can see, sorry for the glare, but she's kind of has that like, oh, woe is me, that type of thing here. And she has, and each of one of these pearls is actually in a shell in particular here. And it's almost like there's been someone in your life you've put on a pedestal, someone you see as probably an equal, and someone that you're completely ready to completely let go of. And I feel a sense of reunion here. The Three of Cups can also be when someone comes back into your life, an old friend, an ex, an old family member we haven't seen in a while. These are people that are very close to your heart. Cups talk about your emotions and your creative self. But this is, again, I feel like this is a very close and personal, these people are very are close to you, or were very close to you at some time, okay? And I feel like any emotional I don't want to say emotional abuse because I don't want to trigger anybody, but I am feeling that energy of where people have used their emotions and made you feel bad and played into your emotions to get their way. Emotional abuse, kind of, right? Where you've maybe put someone on a pedestal, maybe like a parent, a grandparent, a teacher, a mentor, and you know what, you're just like, ugh, that's not working for me right now. And there's even like a partner, a friend, someone that's close to you that you're just like, oh, they keep trying to come back in my life, I don't want that anymore. And then there's someone at the complete, like the bottom, like you've already released them and let them go, but they're still in your emotional field. It's time to release and let those energies go. If you know in your heart and soul, if you, like, the first thing you think about that person right now that I'm talking about for you, or any of these three people, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it puts a knot in your stomach, if you just feel like anxious, because a lot of that air energy again was coming up for y'all. If you feel anxious or worried, y'all are not on the same vibe. Are they bad people? No. Are you a bad person? No. But y'all are just not on the same level anymore. And just sometimes because you've known, I'm hearing this loud and clear, Taurus, just because you've known someone from a long time, for a very long time, a friend, a partner, a family member, whatever, does not always mean that they're for your best and highest good. It could definitely be a soulmate that has come back around, or come back around several times in the last 10 years. To teach you a lesson that sometimes you got to turn your back and you got to go. You have to always do what's best for you. And right now it's really speaking to your emotions, okay? So you are ready to move on to higher ground, find your peace, find that internal happiness, and really let go of people that might still try to come back into your life, or have been coming back into your life over the last 10 years. Again, just because they're family, just because they're an ex, just because you may love somebody does not give them the permission to continue to hurt you, okay? I want to be very clear about that. So, woo! All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this style of reading. We're going to do the love reading right now. If you want to join, it's the first link in the description box below. But if this is where we part, I love y'all so much. Thank you always for your support, likes, shares, subscribes, donations. I really, truly appreciate that. And I hope that you can release and let go of everything you need to, so that we can step into 2020 and you can receive all of the beauty, blessings, and abundance that are coming your way. Bye, Taurus. See y'all soon.